Hey guys, this is Yellow Crown, and I'm here with another video for you today on something pretty interesting. Now, well, I guess we could just get into it. Alright. So, you might have heard this move, but anyways, um, most, or some people, not most, that'd be too mean to say, but most people, wow, I said it again, some people have their base or their home in a mine. So let's say this is like the ground floor, and they walk down some steps and like, hey, let's just have our home here. Again, so the noise, and let's just have our home here, not worry about it. And that's what I did. Usually don't do that, but for one of my survival worlds I did, and I accidentally left the door open. Excuse me, and a vampire came in and killed me. I'm not joking. Do have some vampires here. Okay. Yeah, I have a bunch of mods installed for my survival. Anyways, and I was thinking, what's one thing in the mod I can do to help me? And I thought, oh, we have the door state detectors in this mod, and it detects the state of the door if it is closed. It does not send out a redstone signal, and when it is open, it does. Now, I think, oh yeah, just open the door, and it'll turn off some pistons, so you can walk out. And I thought, okay, but how do I close it? I was like, oh, it's just put a button, right? And I was like, okay, you want to come back in? Ta-da! And I was thinking, but this takes up way too much space. Well, I kind of didn't go for the compact for this one. I was thinking, why don't we do it vanilla as well? Why not do vanilla? So I came up with a much smaller compact design. The only reason that this giant block is here is just, I was just like, pretend that this is all land and stuff. So technically this would be all filled. You don't actually need to have this giant block here if you want this all hollow. This is nothing in here at all. I was just like, this is just a bunch of land probably that's going to be around. Of course, unless you want to break out the stairs to your house, but that's cool. So as you can see, it's closed. You can get from outside. I mean, if you were a mob, of course you could get through it. If they were like a person or something, you can see pistons and everything. I mean, you could just have it on a different floor or whatever. I try to simulate my house as much as possible. I had an extreme furnace here actually. Yeah. Yeah, I have an extreme furnace here, and I still have the regular furnace, and I have some stuff here, and I was like, hey, why don't you just have, two buttons? If you leave the door open, it's still closed unless you press the open button, which opens it, and come on, the close button, which of course closes the pistons. Now I did this using like it's an RS NOR latch. I want to say it's an RS NOR latch. So really, what this is over here. Only this is using the door state detector. When one side is activated, oh, I think this is on. Okay, so one torch. Here. It's very good to make this with repeaters. Just FYI. You place a torch on a block. Put a repeater. Another block. Torch, repeater, boom. This is it. Only have to have redstone inputs. And so what happens is that if the torch is depowered, what happens is that it turns this torch off, and then this torch turns on. And what happens is that this torch powers the repeater, which powers the block, which turns off the torch. So it kind of like alternates it. So here, turns this torch off, and this torch turns back on. Now, the only reason this redstone line is on is because this redstone repeater is powering this block, which is powering the redstone on top of it. So, but it doesn't really matter, because if we power this torch, this turns back on. So it's kind of like a flip-flop thing. Flip-flop thing. And this is where the button is. The button's connected to this block. Button's connected to this block. This is the close button, so when this is activated, it turns this torch off. which has the pistons open or on, and this one is the open. So if it's powered, this turns powered. So we'll just power it, and what it does is this powers this torch turns on, and of course it's allowed to open, and vice versa. So if I were to knock that off, it would just be closed. Now, you know, it's good and all, you know, with the with this, but what happens if you had an even smaller version? Well, this version is not as good because you forget about it. This one, you know, when you walk into your house, you're like, hey, you can check right here. You see, it's like, and you're like, oh, you need to close it, right? But for this one, you're just in your house, and sometimes you might forget about this little tiny square up here. Now, the only reason I have it up here is because to notify myself. I thought, okay, if it's just a dark little square up there, how am I going to even remember? So, I had a basic principle that I taught myself repeatedly over and over again to try to help me remember, and it's lights on, it's bad. Extra light is equal to bad because it's open, and then no light is good. FY, I like this version better, but this is the one I use just because I didn't want to dig out the side of my home and put all this redstone in. But if you're willing to put in the work, this is this is very compact. I could actually make this even more compact if I just oh wait, nope, forget what I said. No way to make this even more compact. I'm sorry. I was being delusional. Anyways, yeah. And then I also thought, hey, what's a really good way to keep time? Because, you know, you're inside. Come on. Okay, so I was thinking, oh yeah, you just put an item frame with a clock, or you could have this. Now this is from the Yondercraft mod. It's fairly noob. And this is a time detector, so it just sends out a signal to what time it is. So if it's this time, this time, it sends out a signal here. If it's high noon, it's right here. It's kind of like light, but it's time to get like darkish, I guess. It's this one, and then this one's like dead night. So if you just like put that up in the ceiling or whatever, you could have that. And then I guess the way you could tell time is just put a bunch of signs around your house. Yeah, it's not really working. It's not even worth it. The only thing worth it with the detectors is probably the rain detector, because it just detects if the rain is on or not. You could just have a command block saying turn off the rain. Now, this design is very simple. Getting back to the main thing for this video. Main design: have a torch connected to a lamp, have a block above it, power all 3 pistons. So self-explanatory. So, anyways, that's it. It's pretty simple, and it's actually a pretty good use. I do use it, and yeah, this didn't work apparently. Always happens in this world. The redstone stops. It just stays on. I don't know what causes it. I think it's a bug, but it's supposed to stay night forever because it's nicer dark. And I did turn mob spawning off, or else I would just have a bunch of vampires running around. They'd be like all running around, running super fast everywhere, and then I'd probably have to get out my angel blade and kill them all, even though they have a bajillion health. And the angel blade actually has way more hit than a diamond sword. So remember, if you have a diamond sword, it's not very good against these guys. But anyways, and also a quick thing I have to say is I might go back on this, but I don't think I will ever do mod reviews on this channel. If you guys want me to, then say it in the description. No, I put things in the description. Say it in the comments, and I will. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see. What the heck? Block with the sword, it goes out.